Hello everyone and welcome to the very first video where we're going to be going more in depth about our EJ1 K20 Civic project car. Now, many of you probably came hopefully from the first main channel, and if you did, hit that subscribe button for the second channel because we'll be featuring a lot many more these kinds of videos. Also there I mentioned that I'll be giving away a Civic Type R. Now, on Gapped, which is an app that I have helped to co-develop together with my friends, we are giving away cars, and the latest one is going to be Honda Civic Type R EK9, the very first one. So head over to the link in the video description and hopefully you're gonna be the next winner. We already gave away the GR86, the GR Yaris, and now we're gonna go for something more traditional. Anyway, in today's video, we already previously shown you the car on the main channel and looked around it and etc. Today we're gonna go more in depth with Lapo on the potential aero design. We'll also be doing lots of unboxing of all the parts that we already have, and many more are on the way. Now, my goal is to build this car to be able to compete in Nürburgring 24 hours according to SP3 class. This means it's a homologation special class that you're allowed to modify the car as long as, well, SP3 is up to 2-liter engine displacement, so K20, and you are allowed to run all kinds of mods, aero mods, also engine mods, as long as the engine's from the same manufacturer. So although K20 was not originally on the EJ1, it is from Honda, so it would be possible. And yeah, lots of other modifications are allowed when it comes to aero and suspension and etc. So let's go through potential aero upgrades, I would say, that we have idea. Yeah. Should we start from the front?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
So, what do we say about the rules?
The rules state that the front aero, you are allowed to mount a front splitter that has 200 millimeters overhang.
Yeah. So we need to clarify that we still need to, let's say, discuss all of the options, but basically from the front leading edge, you have 200 millimeters, so you're looking at something around this. Mm-hmm. And of course, then we would let's say, elongated underneath the car all the way to, hopefully, let's say, the starting of the railing of the chassis right here. So all of this will be blocked off from the splitter. Something more in the lines of this. So
this is our F87 M2 splitter.
Yeah.
We're gonna like kind of position it on this car once we lower it down to give you a bit of an impression of how it's going to look like. Yeah. But first we're gonna look through the other components. By the way, important thing when it comes to SP3, I already reached out to the technical commission of Nürburgring 24 hours. The thing is, SP3 allows cars to participate from 1996 on. This is a 1995 car. However, they actually mean that if the car has been produced until 1996, it can run. So this was produced until 1996, so technically it is a 96 car. However, they also said regulations might change end of the year, and therefore maybe something is going to change, and no one can say certain if I will be able to run this car in the future. But we always can ask an exception, and if that doesn't work, we can always run the car in SPX class. Because why not? We're just gonna fully like...
Glickenhaus.
Yeah, against Glickenhaus, we're gonna do like full hybrid LMDH Civic, because we can, yeah. But now everything seems plausible. So, moving on to the rest of the bottom, yeah.
Yeah, no, continuing with the splitter, there's lots of room to play with in terms of...
Turn the light on.
Oh, sorry. There you go. in terms of aero work, because as you see, there's no real obstruction, there's no coolers. Of course, we're gonna add oil coolers and whatever, but we're gonna strategically mount them in positions where, let's say, it's good for airflow, but also doesn't disrupt airflow. So right here we would have, let's say, an expansion zone for the splitter. Maybe we can work with the arms to make our own, so they're a bit better in terms of aero. Who knows?
We need to see what's allowed, because I know you're allowed to change components as long as the original pickup points are the same. So
yeah, but ways we can keep up. For example, this shape here, we can change it to make a bit more, or we can do
teardrop shape, yeah, extra aerodynamic like the GT3 RS.
Close it, like a cover to close it, so everything is smoother. The flat floor is allowed. You need to separate in 5 let's say maximum 5 pieces. So let's say splitter and diffuser are 2 components.
I think diffuser is one of the 5. I think, I'm not sure if splitter. I'm not sure. We need to read through it.
But basically we can completely flat plate the floor. I mean, it's already pretty flat from stock. There is some big, let's say, components of drag, for example, the exhaust and sway bars.
Yeah.
But overall, the car is not too bad. Of course, having, let's say, a bit of room to plate everything is going to enhance the performance.
I think we might go eventually also for a dry sump to lower the engine as well, because that's like the lowest point. You cannot go much lower with the engine pan.
Definitely also because of clearance. If you see it from the bottom, there's basically this much clearance from the ground, which is not great when you aim for
curbs.
curbs.
No Whip-A-Man challenge. Definitely no Foxhole challenge with that one.
Oh, no. Are you going to leave it there? Coming to the rear, this definitely is going to go, and we're going to do a fuel cell. So we can bring everything up. So also the floor is going to be, let's say, way smoother in transitioning from flat to, let's say, the expansion zone of the diffuser, which ideally we would have as much far forward as possible. So if we can move this up, we can have the floor basically starting from here and going all the way up. This, let's say, a tire, I think.
Yeah, it's a tire well for the...
Or whatever, this definitely is going to go. So we're going to cut it off and, let's say, put a carbon plate probably. So then from here we have a really progressive curve that goes all the way back to the bumper, and actually can extend 100 millimeters. So from the bumper, trailing edge is 100 millimeters. So basically up to here. You're going to have the whole diffuser section. And there is no limit on how much you can cut, so basically we're going to go as much as the CFD allows. In terms of tires, if we go back in the front, I still need to study the Civic suspension setup, but I think something that you cannot really change is how this is designed, because you have the suspension points. We could go push rod and, and move everything, but let's say for sake of simplicity, we can keep it as it is. But the spindle prevents you from going wider with the tires, because, for example, these tires are 195s and they're already almost flush with the fenders. So we're definitely going to need to design some custom fender flares to accept 245s, 255s square. I would like to keep the setup square. We'll see if it's, for example, we can do also some testing to see different tire sizes, how they interact with the car, how it handles, because some front-wheel drive cars, they use actually a reverse staggered setup, so 245s at the front and 225s or 215s at the rear. I like to keep it square also for simplicity and tire management and all of that. We'll talk about that later, but definitely some fender flares. What are we doing with the floor, with the doors?
Carbon.
What are we doing with the fenders?
Carbon.
Okay. This probably fender flares.
Yeah, because the rear, because doors and fenders, they're already like aftermarket solutions possible. We don't need to reinvent the wheel, but the rear quarter, I don't think we should be going completely crazy with it.
Let me lower the car so we can have a look.
Let's do that. We can also then see how the splitter and also the wing fit, because we didn't mention the wing. And after that, we'll proceed with unboxing the parts. Now, we've been talking about the plans for 24 hours of Nürburgring one day, and we spoke about the aero, about suspension, engine. It stays K20 to run in the class. We need to see what would be the most reliable package. Gearbox. The dream is, of course, to run sequential with pedal shifts. We will see if there's budget or need for it, because I love heel and toe, but for 24 hours maybe you want to have something that is like easier to operate.
Or a dog box.
Or a dog box. Yeah, that's possible as well, of course. And that's mostly it. And then all the, of course, mandatory modifications when it comes to the seats, the cage, the dash, all kind of ECU, you name it. What I also want to emphasize is that, again, we are going, or I'm going to drive the car in its current form, slightly modified, to have like a full journey, because of course we can start immediately cutting it in pieces and modifying it and go like crazy, but we want to show you the actual stages of the project. So it's going to be a bit stock-ish, then track, spec, then really track day, then full motorsport application, and after that we go maybe even with a turbo and all-wheel drive, because opportunities are there. We just need to see if everything works out and everything makes sense. So yeah, it almost matches, yeah. Nice. Nice. This is 150 mil though.
This is 150, then it depends. We need to check the rules if it's from the, let's say, the lowest position that you measure, or if it's like a projection view from the top. It would be basically from, basically from the license plate onwards.
Yeah.
So 200 millimeters more or less, like this.
Yeah, so a bit more. Yeah.
So up to here basically.
Yeah. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. One day. Allowed to run 2 canards per side. So that could be an option because they are limited. They need to be from the wheel center, I think. So yeah.
Probably we're gonna run one, like more than likely, because there's not enough room, and we're gonna do a dive plane in that sense. For sure, we're gonna close off the front tire section. The splitter then is gonna go all the way, I think, to the most outer edge of the fender flare. We'll need to check that too. Of course, here in the back, we'll try and vent it as much as possible. And so we definitely gonna cut the fender and do an insert to smoothen out the airflow.
Make some GT3 RS louvers.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Something like some cool part. Side skirts, can we run those?
I think so. I think so, yes.
So those are also gonna be good for wake management. In the back, the same. So bolt on, basically a fender replacement. Quarter replacement, so we can bolt it up. Probably is going to run like this, all the way to the back, and then carbon trunk, right? Yeah,
yeah, makes sense, because the rear is not as heavy as the front, but still definitely carbon trunk for simplicity. Also plastic windows, already in talks about having those produced like in a very specific manner. Gonna replace the front windshield by the original one, not by a plastic one, although we could, but I don't think it's really necessary. Carbon fiber.
Actually, if there's someone that already makes one that you guys know of, because we couldn't find an actual reputable source. So if there's actually someone that makes it, I think comment it down.
Please let us know, because otherwise we can make it. We would like CNC the molds and then just like make one. It's possible, but if we can already buy one and would save money on the molds, it would of course make make things easier. Now the wing.
The wing. So
the wing.
What's the rule?
400 mil overhang and 80% width of the car. They have a measuring tape somewhere. Of course, when we need it, we don't know. Ah, there it is. Yeah. So
400.
Sonic Tools to the rescue.
400 is right.
This is 400. This is overhang from the furthest point of the car.
From the furthest point.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the line, basically in the middle of this square here. Okay?
Yeah. So.
So it was here, right?
Yeah. So you need to go back, more back.
More.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if the final edge of the wing goes. Well, I guess so. Well, let's pretend even that.
I think it's a bit excessive.
Yeah. Okay. And now I need to go higher with the roof line. Yeah, I think that kind of works.
It's a bit ideal.
Another limiting factor is we're allowed to run 80% of the car width as a wing. But
we can widen the car almost as much as we want. So, so we can work with that. I mean,
we can run also dual element probably.
Dude, you have max 300 horsepower.
Max 300.
So
yeah.
For sure we can run it, but if you want to, you need also to pull it.
True. Good point.
So, all right. Let's keep it a bit more streamlined.
No, this is gonna be sick. Like once the car is actually like, if we're gonna build it, what we want to build it.
The gold is growing on me though.
The what?
The gold.
Yes, I love it too. This, by the way, I need to mention since we're on the second channel, because I can just like completely sidetrack here. I found inside the glove box, I was already looking for the ECU connector here. Inside the glove box, there are, aside from the papers, there is the actual gold sample. And for everyone that wants to know what it is, it's an Isuzu color. Yeah.
But the flake is really prominent.
Yeah, and this is like what you need to mix it all. And that's actually very, very cool. I love it. Anyway, we're gonna keep it there just in case we're gonna need it one day. Well, I think that's enough of daydreaming. Should we
Roll
like...
cage.
Yeah, well, of course, obviously. Which is already ordered from AST. Now let's have a look at some parts that already have arrived that I have ordered. I think we can start in the front with the wheels. Alright, let's do some unboxing therapy.
Do you want to unbox it?
No, you unbox it.
Unbox.
I'm filming, you can unbox. Pro Tracks already came in with...
Did you get the ones?
I got the ones. Okay. I got one 15 by 7, I think.
Plus 10.
Yeah, plus 10.
So with 7, we can run
205.
205, yeah.
205. With 8 we can do 225, but
Look at these cuties.
Oh, so nice.
We actually had the Pro Track ones on the Speedster.
Yes, we do. Well, somewhere. It's like...
Oh, they're in the back. Let's see how they look.
Oh yeah. Look at that. Nice.
Some meat.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. You can see the brakes through it. Speaking of the brakes, I guess let's go unbox some more stuff. So here we have the first boxes that have arrived for the Civic. By the way, check out my new shoes. I would even say Vulcan Alpha custom shoes by Devil Frog. They're also FIA approved, so I can go racing with them, which I will. And you can also order them because we will be selling them here in our shop, or you can also, yeah, find the link in the video description if you can get them for yourself made, which are custom made. This means you will have full foot measurement done by yourself, and you will have a perfect fit. This is something that we saw in Autosport International when we were there. The tire pressure gauges. So
yep.
Is it in there? It's very light. I don't know if it's in there, or maybe it's...
I think it is.
That would be like very lightweight. No, I think it's... Where is it?
It is.
Oh, it is! Wow! So, tire pressure gauge from RaceSense that does also lots of data logging for tire pressures because it logs inside and you can put your phone against it and it loads up all the values per wheel on your phone in a nice Excel sheet. So you can do like track day testing, you run, you test the pressures, you can do also temperature sensor.
Yeah, it has the probe. You just stick it in the bottom.
It's really, really next level, and it really doesn't weigh anything. So it's really motorsport oriented. And we will be also selling those here. So when you're at the ring and you want to go next level with the tire pressures.
Oh, this is for 992.
Yeah, for the 992.
Oh, but there's the cool one, which I like a lot. It's the pocket version.
The small one.
Yeah.
This also comes with a nice box. That's fine, it shows for demo purposes.
Yeah.
Because one is for demo for me and one is for actually reselling. So hopefully we're gonna have our first customer for these soon. The pocket version. Ta-ta-ta.
Which I really love.
Yes.
Because you can also, I think it has the,
Yeah,
so
you can also do temperature.
This is pressure, it has its own screen and everything, but then you can also do temperature, which is at the bottom. You basically stick it on and then you have the same situation as the other one.
Yeah.
And it's pocket size.
Yeah. Awesome.
And the quality, it's all aluminum, CNC then. It's really, really good.
Yes. And with this information, we go next level because over here we have Race Logic V-Box. So state-of-the-art telemetry system, camera system, dual camera, and all the important telemetry that you can possibly want from your car. And that video box will be installed on the car so you can run it. Of course, there'll be also traditional GoPro content, but I don't have to worry about GoPros because everything will be recorded and we'll have all the data. We have the same system on our GT4 race car. So top of the line. So that's going to be very, very nice.
There you go.
Yes, pretty, so nice. Oh yeah, by the way, we'll be also selling those at Vulcan Alpha. So if you are planning on having some next level builds that we'll announce actually soon, that we'll be building a couple of more cars and also opening up our own workshop soon, that's something that you can do with us. Then,
what's here?
Those are brakes, something brake related.
Something brake related.
Yes, and while Lapo is unboxing the box, check out the Vulcan Alpha hoodie that you can also get in the video description. I know it sounds so influencer-ish, I'm telling you everything you can get with us, but I mean, usually I don't do it, so once in a lifetime we can do it.
Okay.
Alright. Best of filters.
So these are all the replacement parts for the
brakes.
Brakes, yeah.
So those are the brake.
I think these are discs.
Yes.
Oh, let's open this first.
So big shout out to TCT Performance, the same company that built the EF from the video, like this video. Also, yeah, the merch that we launched to celebrate this video.
Look at this cutesy.
Yes, so nice and pretty. That's for the rear. I think it's the same what I'm having actually. Exactly the same what we have there. Yeah. But anyway, Kai from TCT Performance has spent, I would say, hours consulting me on what works on the chassis and not, because he has decade plus of experience racing those cars with himself and his customers. So massive shout out to him. That's why I ordered like a full brake package with him that consists out of brake discs, brake calipers, newly refurbished DC2 calipers that we are going to install and run on the car. Yeah. For now it's like what we can bolt on.
This is perfect.
For now it's good.
Because then we are 100% sure that everything is safe. Because when you buy, let's say, an unknown car, even though it's actually to the old owner, he did a pretty good job. But you always want to check the basics. So brakes, tires, wheels, suspension.
That will be instantly replaced to make sure that we can have a fun, safe time on the Nürburgring. Yeah, and later we're gonna go probably custom big brake kits together with ABS that I have mentioned. So
last box. It's also from TCT. So there's. It should be the fronts. Then.
It should be the probably the fronts.
Oh, it's heavy, yeah.
Oh, that's like. Oh. That's like bigger caliper.
Oh, yeah. These are nice.
Yeah.
Also brand new.
I think it's really like bigger than the one that I'm having now.
We'll see.
Because I think I'm.
Install, we'll see.
Yeah. Or we lift the car again, we'll see how big they are.
They look the same to me, but. Yeah. Oh, with the. Very nicely. They checked everything. So you see, they've marked them, and also these are basically brand new.
Yeah.
Well, basically they're brand new.
Yeah, they're refurbished. They are. Yeah. So very cool. Can we see if they're like bigger? I don't know if it's. Is it the same? It looks almost the same.
No, they are
bigger.
Bigger, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's good.
It's the same family, but they're bigger.
Yeah. Also getting brake cooling as well.
This one is for this side, so you can see it's actually bigger.
Yeah, good, perfect. Happy to hear.
And then we have another one, which is the brother.
Yeah.
And then we should have discs.
Yeah.
And on Civics, you don't really need that much braking, let's say, power in the back. You mostly need it in the front. There we go.
Chunky. Yeah, those are bigger. Because I think what I have now is, I don't know, 260. This might be bigger. To be honest, I never heard of this brand before, but Kai said it worked the best for him.
Yeah,
so
280.
Very good. So
and they're slotted.
Extra surface.
Don't buy drilled rotors. They're not worth it. Plain or slotted.
Yeah.
Always.
No cracks. Unless it's, of course, factory carbon ceramics.
Yeah, but those, even from factory, they're only there for bling.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's kind of it. Almost half an hour long video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Lappe, thank you very much for joining us and explaining the plans. I'm sure you're as hyped as I am to build it.
I'm super hyped. I can't wait to start tearing this thing apart.
Yeah.
As you can see, I like to tear things apart. Because I'm never satisfied on the potential. So.
Yeah. Well, we'll tell you more about this project as well. But basically, the TTRS engine is now going next week to be built and calibrated. We'll tell you more about that, but realistically speaking, I think this is more of a project for next year.
It's a long project.
It's a long, so
this is this year.
We're gonna have a lot. All right. Anyway, thanks a lot, and obviously, thank you for watching, and leave a comment below if you think what we're doing is completely silly and you have a better idea. Honestly, very much looking forward to some tips of what to do, some beginner mistakes, some things to avoid, because first time owning a Civic, very excited. The ready drive's great, and I'm sure we can make it something really, really special with your help and with help of many others. So thanks a lot, and see you in the upcoming video. Something about this, but actually, soon we're unveiling another car. Papa has never driven a Civic. So bonus content. First impressions. Oh, look at those beautiful... whatever that is. I'm gonna say the phrase that most of my guests in my videos say. It's the first time I'm sitting in the passenger seat of my own car.
True. I hate that. I can always... This is why the first time that we met, that I brought you to drive my car, I said, nope, you're going. Also because I wanted to experience the full, let's say, potential.
Yeah. It says that it's already like up to temperature. I don't know if that's legit, but yeah, it's quite alright. Yeah.
Well, we can improve. I'll go this way.
Of course.
This way?
Yeah, sure.
The exhaust is really tamed and...
Yes. Good for tough.
Adult-like.
Yeah.
Actually, this steering wheel is pretty nice.
It's apparently very rare as well.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh. I've been told when I showed some pictures of interiors to some Honda people. So, I don't know. Oh. It doesn't blow lots of...
Negative.
Still, there's... Yeah, there is something at least from here coming, so that's fine. This also didn't seem to work. I don't know what is the... We'll figure it out. Yeah. Oh, we can put the fan on. If we need to.
Feels good.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going speed limit, so...
Exactly. The thing is, I think that the speed though is inaccurate. It shows more than it actually is. At least I have the feeling to it, but yeah, who knows.
It could be maybe...
Because of the wheel size. I don't know.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Yes, all the salt. Love it.
Yeah, good for rust.
Yeah.
It's not rust in the car now, but
no,
1 year here at the Nürburgring and it's gone.
VTEC.
The brakes pull.
Yeah, a bit.
The geometry, it's
it stands. It super stands.
Yeah,
I know.
It's cool. I know why people now like K20s.
Yeah, and it's super light. It's so nimble.
Is this third or second?
Dude, it's messed up shifter. Don't ask. It's something that's.
So this should be third. Or is it first?
No, it's definitely third.
Okay.
You have a very good feedback to the road. Alright, that's enough scaring me.
Now we're going super slow.
Dude, it feels so unsafe. On the passenger seat. Like winter conditions, some stretch stance tires. No, thank you.
2021.
Yeah.
Okay, let's push first.
Alright, that's enough for a test drive.
Yeah.
Happy?
Very, I can't wait.
Yeah.
So fun.